today. I promise it's the last one. So we are here today to present to you the MARRES to the World project. So for the engagement minutes, and the team is composed by myself, Florina, Agatha, Angela, Clara, Florence, Julie, Kilian, Marianne, Fernando, and Ocean. So this is how the presentation is gonna follow up. So first a quick overview, global one first, and then an overview on each of the 4 axes we came up with, then the timeline, and then the further to the future work we'll have to do. So just first an overview on how it came up. So in September, Christophe just launched the idea, and he told me it would be great to launch this. So in October, we had the first participants. And in November, we worked for the first time and brainstormed a lot, actually. And we came up with 4 different axes for this project, which are the podcast, the digitized games, and the fish app, and the citizen science. So about the objectives, the main objectives of this project, it's outreach to the general public first. Then it's, of course, to highlight people that have done cool things. It's also to ease the access to the information to influence sustainability. And then it's, of course, also to highlight the MARRES program and its stakeholders. About how we work, we have monthly meetings all together. And then if we need more by teams, by sub-teams, we do more meetings according to the need of each team. And we have all the content in our drive, which I think Christophe really liked. So I thought it would be great to put a picture here, which is quite organized, by the way. So what we've done already, we've done a lot of brainstorming. We've done several meetings to just set up the roles and the tasks. And we've also done the design of our logo, which I hope you like. We've done the first teaser and a bunch of general questions for the podcast already. First prototypes for some games, which Florina is going to speak about later, and a first batch of questions for the fisherman survey. So at the podcast first, we have this main sub-team, and our main goal is outreach, obviously. We'll probably need visual support. It's not going to be a classical podcast with only sound, but more a visual podcast. But it's only if it actually adds value to the podcast. So that's still to be discussed. In this framework, we contacted Adrien already, the PhD of Aldine and Eric. So this is just to be continued. This will be made of interviews and topic talks that we really want to make relevant. So we want to get people involved in the podcast. We don't want to say, oh, okay, why is deep sea mining bad for the environment? We want to ask concrete questions, such as how are your cell phones bad for the oceans? So people actually ask themselves, oh, that's kind of a weird question, but we want to listen to it. About the main language, it's probably going to be English, but we really want to take advantage of the variety of the team, so we'll put subtitles. And we think that it would be good to ask each person that will be interviewed in which language they feel the most comfortable. Because, for example, we know that some French people can't really speak a good English, and we don't want it to prevent them to say what they really want to say, so we could adapt to that. We have a lot of potential speakers already. I put just some examples here, but we have Guillaume Néry, which is a world champion freediver, Antoine Mangin from Acri, which you will hear about later with Flo, Irene Koppelman, who is the artist from Adine and Eric's lab, and of course, MARRES students and staff, and many other ones. So I don't know if Florina is here, but I let the floor to
I'm here. Okay, so quickly about the games. Since, well, COVID let us know that face-to-face activities are not so viable now. So we wanted to digitalize the games that we have used in the past, the Fête de la Science, the games that Crystal proposed, and the one we proposed last year. And to do so, well, we have three main games. Just a reminder, we have a trivia game. We have the game about placing the creatures in the different habitats. And we have a game about the links between the different actors of a marine ecosystem or system. So we are now working, we have advanced mainly with the trivia, with a template of PowerPoint, which was very cool. And for the linking the points, we used Miro, the one we used in the last MARRES game night. So in the end, if we have the time, I will show you a bit, but it's advancing. Okay, I'm done with games.
Okay, so now I don't know if Marianne and Julie are here.
Yes, we're here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so as a part of the fisheries calendar, what we had in mind, I hope I'm audible because I'm unfortunately in a public place, but what we had in mind was basically to educate and sort of create awareness on sustainable recreational fisheries practices. And how we're going to be going about that is by using existing tools that are already available. We're not going to be designing a fisheries calendar from scratch. So the first step, I think Julie will talk about, and then I'll take over for the second step. Julie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. So the first idea is to know the initial of fishermen, recreational fisheries in Nice. So we create the online survey with different questions to send to them, I think, beginning of January, to know what is the situation. And also we will ask some questions if they take care about the sustainable fisheries, just to have the initial idea of how it is. And the second goal, if you can go, is to create the bridge between public and scientist community, and Marianne will explain you.
Right. So there's an organization called Mr. Goodfish who have an existing fisheries calendar, but unfortunately, very few people actually know about it. And so what we propose is to establish a partnership with Mr. Goodfish in order to sort of use this and to make it more public. And additionally, what we would like to do is create a partnership with the Mairie de Nice and request if we could publish these calendars at public ports so that it becomes more visible, and then perhaps in the future, get start a conversation about making this a digitized calendar so that people could look at it online. And essentially the last step would be comparing fisheries practices using a questionnaire before and after the calendar is publicized to see if there has indeed been any impact. So basically, yeah, it's to inform recreational fishermen using the calendar.
Yes, and also if I can add one more thing, it's to create the online grid book to give to the fishermen a good way how to fish in the sustainable point of view.
Yep.
C'est toi?
Flo, that's your turn.
Hello. Okay, so for the Citizen Science Project, we'd like to develop some citizen science projects with the Simplex app. So Acri ST has contacted us to see if we'd like to develop some personal MARRES projects on their citizen science apps. And if we can't submit a personal project by January, then we can develop on their existing projects. The only requirement is that their projects have to fit into to the themes of biodiversity, marine litter, and/or global evolution. Yeah, so it's a really exciting chance to get involved in, to increase our contact with the public. Yeah. And that's about it for this project.
Cool. So now going on with the timeline, which is like it can change anytime, but I try to like summarize it in a timeline. So beginning of 2021, we want to have the podcast interviews and topics ready, and also a handy solution on the visual support. We want to get context for the fish calendar, and most importantly, we want to brainstorm any ideas for the citizen science partnership, as it has to be sent in January. Then I don't think I'll develop any of every date, but basically that's how it's going to go until end of 2021. And yeah, we hope we will be able to follow this timeline roughly. So about what we have to do in the future, and we will need you to do some of these things actually. We'll have to first create an association to expand our work, gain legitimacy, and offer services to partners. So it's going to be a student association under the Loi 1901. We'll have to write the status with ID elements and functioning rules, and also to name a president, a vice president, a treasurer, and any other role that may interest us. And finally, we'll have to send the official form in the Journal officiel d'association. Of course, we have to, and we really want to start field actions. So that roughly goes back to the timeline, but first we need to define a budget. We will launch a first batch of podcasts, digitized games, and the Fish app. Brainstorm again on the citizen science project with Samplex. And also, as Christophe told me a few days before, we will have to create the website content and hierarchy to go on the overall website of the IFR. So that's all for it. But before you ask any questions, I would like to let Florina share her screen to show you something. Like, yeah.
Okay, I want to show you, we have the first prototype of one of our games. So I will just quickly show you. The idea is that this game will be first tested with the MARRES students, and then eventually it can pass to the schools and to be used by a wider public. So I don't know if you remember the game, but you have different actors. So I'm Rocky Bottoms, another person is Sandy Bottoms, and so on, with the different stakeholders, so to speak. And then in the end, each person chooses what they want to be, and we create links between the different actors. Let's say that the game, there is no one losing or winning, but it's more a game to make a point about how the marine environments work as a system. So that's the final, let's say, analysis that can be made with different levels of complexity, depending on the actors that are spotted. And so, yeah, that's a first prototype of the game. So that's it.
Marine, conclusion, or it was?
It was the conclusion. It was supposed to be the conclusion.
After 10 hours, 11 minutes and 0 seconds, we are not really sure. Congratulations. Okay, thank you for this presentation. And I think it's really good that a big part of the staff also was here to listen to you. We will discuss the consequence on that of you. And at the same time you were talking, I just proposed some of the students who are still available to say hello. So maybe if you can just activate your camera and just to congratulate you for your work. We know that we asked a lot to you during these last weeks. This demand was shared, really. I can be sure about that. Some of you are apparently traveling in Nice, in Paris, in different parts of the world. That's great. So I don't know if someone wants to say something. The COVID team up there, Julie, Florence, Kylian, Aurore. Are you going to see your parents in the coming week?
I will go back to Switzerland on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not easy, but I will get there.
Good luck. Who's in the car? It's Christophe, of course, always in the car. Marianne, you're in Nice?
Yep.
Good.
I travel tomorrow morning.
What are you doing?
I'm traveling tomorrow morning.
Okay, you're taking a flight?
Yeah, it's to Qatar, so I don't have a choice.
Okay, that's good luck. So to go there.
Yeah.
Matthias, you have switched on your device again for the light and things. I've seen on Instagram.
Everything's set here.
Maybe coming back on the Marres to the World thing, really thanks a lot for being invested and feeling empowered by that, to want to represent also Marres, but also to connect to the world. It's really the idea of this program. Thibaut, you're moving a lot.
I'm outside and I'm cold, but sorry about
Yes.
that. I'm on my phone, that's why it's moving a lot.
It's COVID-free.
What do you cook tonight, Thibaut or Mathieu?
I have a fish tartare in the fridge that is ready for tonight. I'm all set.
Fish tartare.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, something that didn't happen. It's like the Marres games this week. We kind of realized that it was a bit too much, maybe to spend one evening just doing that. So we'll do that quickly in January. I hope that you all agree with that. It was a bit too much. Christophe, I'm sorry I mute you. Your car is really expensive, but not good enough for the phones. And also enjoy your holidays. Maybe Aldine, Eric, if you're still here, Paola, if you want to say something.
Congratulations all for all this big motivation until the end. We learn a lot today. So I learned a lot today, and I'm sure that this 2021 year I will learn also so much with you guys. So keep your energy, and it's so entertaining for us too. So enjoy holiday and relax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add something for Marres to the World. If some of you need my marketing skills or anything, or any help to scale things and sell and make money out of it, I'm happy to help you.
Make money to save the world.
Exactly, but we need money to change the world, you know?
Yeah.
I was actually betting on a joke, but it's fine too. Thank you, Christophe.
Yeah.
Paola or Eric?
Yes, no, I would like also to thank you very much for today. I really appreciate your enthusiasm for the Marres to the World. I think it was a very nice final touch. So thank you very much for that. I thought that all the fisherman part could be also linked with the COVID phase that they probably experienced too. It could be very negative experience for them, for their finance today, but they could also have a beneficial impact in their next catches. So perhaps it's something that you can help them to explore, that it's not so negative for them, this COVID phase. So it's something interesting, I think, that you can help them to solve, or at least to realize. So thank you very much. And as Aldine said, have a very nice Christmas time and relax. And good luck for the Master 2 for your next step and for your next internship.
Thank you.
And don't forget to submit your video as well.
Yeah, and your Aquario project.
Working on it.
Thank you.
You need the background. You need the tree background.
That's true. So Christelle and Juliette, you're really leaving me alone like that with this.
Yeah. A little
No
bit too
kidding.
much slim, no?
Comment?
Un tout petit peu serré, non?
Ah bah oui, c'est ça. Okay, so if Eric is not here anymore,
He went quickly to congratulate Alice.
Okay.
Her PhD is coming back.
yes.
Ne nous rends pas
Okay.
jaloux de ta coiffure, Christophe, en serrant le bonnet. Nous, on n'a pas de problème avec ça.
Ça vous coûte moins cher. Okay, so enjoy this moment, night, your first evening of holiday, some 2 weeks, and then also bah voilà quand même, and then also the internship starting for most of you. Bravo encore à tout le monde.
For your feedback.
Merci beaucoup à tous. Ciao, ciao.
À bientôt. Bonne fête.
De bonnes fêtes, une bonne année.
Bonne année. À l'année prochaine. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Salut la Covid team.
Bye.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year next time.
Next time, yeah.
Yeah.
Juliette, franchement quand même.
We don't say that in